और उसको आप जैसे ही उठते हो डिक्टेशन लिखने के बाद उसको रिकॉल कर लेते हो। तो आप उसको लेके प्रेशर नहीं, पैनिक नहीं होते। ये वर्ड एक या दो ही होते हैं किसी भी पैसेज के अंदर, भाई और बहनों हो सकता है उसके अंदर इस तरह का वर्ड, ठीक है, या फिर किसी मतलब कोई भी नेता का नाम हो सकता है, सुभाष चंद्र बोस हो सकता है। तो आपको जस्ट पैनिक नहीं होना कि हिंदी में आ गया है, बस वो कुछ ना कुछ आप वहाँ पे ड्रा करेंगे और फिर उसको रिकॉल कर लेंगे, क्योंकि वो चीज़ें भूलोगे नहीं आप कि आपको क्या बोला गया है। लिखो, रेडी, स्टार्ट इट। It is a privilege for me to be present amidst you this morning to inaugurate the 4th Judges Retreat 2016. I understand the first such retreat of Supreme Court judges was held in 2005. The second retreat was held in 2007 and the third retreat in 2009. A wide array of seminal topics such as impact of contemporary developments on rule of law, human rights, administration of justice and judicial systems in India were discussed in those retreats. This retreat is happening after a gap of almost 7 years. I congratulate the Honorable Chief Justice of India and other companion judges for organizing such an event, which will provide an open forum to discuss contemporary challenges that the country faces today, along with global and transnational elements of legal disputes and adjudication. Discussion and reflection of this nature is important as well as necessary to enable us to keep pace with the times and be able to deliver fair and effective justice in a rapidly challenging world. I hope these retreats will be institutionalized and held regularly in the future. Distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, judiciary, which is one of the 3 important pillars of our democracy, is the final interpreter of the Constitution and laws. It helps maintaining the social order by swiftly and effectively dealing with those on the wrong side of the law. As an upholder of the rule of law and enforcer of the right to liberty, the role of the judiciary is sacrosanct. The faith and confidence people have reposed in the judiciary is testimony to the fact that the judiciary has since 1950 responded to the need of the hour for justice to have meaning to the people. It must be accessible, affordable, and quick. Maintaining rule of law is the most important attribute of the judiciary in a democracy. The Constitution also recognizes it and sets out the noble objective of securing justice to all the citizens of India, be it social, economical, or political. In ancient times, too, the rule of law had been activized and conceptualized as dharam dhuryante, that is to sustain and hold together human society through norms which are moral and command the consensus of the good men in the whole community. Access to justice for the poorest of the poor would ensure justice for all. It is worth recollecting here what Mahatma Gandhi had once said, and I quote, "My notion of democracy is that under it the weakest shall have the same opportunity as the strongest. An affordable judicial system is a must for a country having a second section of population at the bottom of the socio-economic pyramid." Article 39A of the Constitution provides that the state shall ensure that the operations of the legal system promotes justice on a basis of equal opportunity and shall in particular provide free legal aid by suitable legislation or schemes in any other way to ensure opportunities for securing justice are not denied by reason of economic or other disabilities. Voluntary effects by all concerned are required to make this provision a reality. Greater efforts are necessary towards legal literacy. Instilling positive values in our young lawyers is vital. The Legal Services Authorities Act was enacted in 1987 to give a statutory base to uniform legal aid programs throughout the country. Successive Chief Justice of India have played key role in enforcing the Act, and I appreciate their contribution. Provision of free legal service to the weaker sections would provide a strong impetus to the cause of justice for all. Distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, we have a written constitution in India which is a living document, not a relic cast in stone. It is a Magna Carta of socio-economic transformation. Justice P.N. Bhagwati, former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India and one of the tallest legal luminaries that India produced, thus expounded on the need of national constitutions to evolve with times. The principle of interpretation requires that a constitutional provision must be construed not in a narrow and constructed sense, but in a wide and liberal manner, so as to anticipate and take account of changing conditions and purposes, so that constitutional provision does not get atrophied or fossilized, but remains flexible enough to meet the newly emerging problems and challenges. The Apex Court of India has continuously been interpreting the mandate for good governance enshrined in the Constitution on the altar of contemporary situations and challenges facing the country, whether due to global winds of change or from there within. This has not been merely an exercise in interpretation of laws or legal order, much less an exercise in edifying jurisprudence. It has captured the ethos of our developing society as it has evolved from the colonial shackles to a social order replete with the essence of human dignity, of aspirations of a populace maturing into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic as mandated by the makers of our Constitution. I am pleased to be amidst you today to inaugurate the second global exhibition on services. ये कंटेंट पार्लियामेंट अनसीन वाले कंटेंट से बोला गया है, 840 वर्ड है, उसका 6 नंबर है। आप इस कंटेंट को ना जो जुडिशरी के बच्चे हैं वो भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं। लीगल कंटेंट काफ़ी अच्छा था इसका। अगर आपका कोर्ट का किसी का एग्जाम है तो उसके पर्पज से आप इसका यूज़ कर सकते हो। और इसमें अगर दिक्कत आई तो मैं आपको डिक्टेशन बोलूँगा जस्ट अभी, फिर वापस फिर 80 की स्पीकर पर लगाऊंगा इस पर, ठीक है।